Hi, in this video I'm going to show you the main features of the StackOne platform and how you can get started with implementing StackOne's actions in your agents today. I'm in the StackOne dashboard, and the default view when you've got a new organization is to create a project for the first time. A project is an isolated environment that contains a unique set of configurations and connected accounts. You can set up as many projects as you need to mirror your development environments for your applications or to host data in different regions. Here I've already got a few projects set up, so I'm going to skip this step. As you're scoping out your integrations project, you'll want to see what connectors and actions we already have available on the platform. You can use the Connectors tab to view a full list here, all the different auth types supported by the connectors, and when you click on a specific connector, you'll see the full list of actions which you can search through. You'll also see instructions on how to use these with the MCP server. To set up an integration, you need to create an auth config. An auth config is a layer that both sets up specific credentials like OAuth credentials and also governs the actions that your agents can take through the StackOne platform. I'll show you an example here of the Google Drive configuration that we've created here. This uses the OAuth 2 protocol, and we put on our own client credentials here. We've left default scopes, so we could override these here, and then we can toggle on or off specific actions that we'd like our agent to be able to perform. With this configuration in place, any accounts created on top of the configuration will inherit those settings. Once we've created a config, we can then connect different accounts. To connect a new account, we offer you a few different options. The first option here is to create a one-time link, which you can send to someone securely to onboard their credentials. Secondly, if you're creating the account yourself in the dashboard, you can use method 2 to instantly set up the integration yourself. So once you've got accounts connected into your dashboard, you'll want to test their functionality. In the app, we provide you with a playground, which is a test application where you can select any of the accounts you've set up. You can toggle on and off specific actions, and then you can test the behavior with different models. In this example, I'm going to fetch the details for a specific worker in Workday. So with the playground, you can see the exact tool calls that it wants to make, and you can see the execution results for those in real time. You can see the inputs and outputs, and you can see the result that it comes up with here. So once you've validated your use case using the playground, you'll then want to use your actions outside of StackOne. So to do this, you'll want to create an API key first. When you create an API key, you can select different scopes. You want the actions and execute scope in order to call actions outside of StackOne. Next, I'm going to switch to Postman to show you how you can connect to our MCP server to execute actions agentically. So here I've got the public StackOne collections open for Postman. Here I'm connected to the StackOne MCP server. I've used my API key here to authorize the call, and I've specified an account ID here for Workday, which I copied from the dashboard. Once I've connected, I can see all the tools available for this account, and I can click on a specific tool and configure the input for this. In this case, I've copied the request from earlier in the playground, and I'm just going to hit run, and you can see the result come back in real time. Now you might also want to call actions more deterministically. For this, we also offer a traditional RPC endpoint, which works much like the MCP. So it takes the action as an input and different parameters and bodies needed to execute the request. It's authorized in the same way as the MCP server, and you also specify the account ID in the headers. When I hit send, you'll see the same result come back. Finally, you'll want to be able to debug and troubleshoot all the actions taking place. In the logs here, you'll see a full trace of all the actions we've taken, both in the playground and in Postman just now. And for each action, you can see a record of the inputs that were passed and the response that we got back. Now, by default, your project will have advanced logs turned off, which means that you will not see the details we've just shown you in the logs. But for development, we would encourage turning this on. So now that we've shown you how to get set up and executing actions, the next steps would be to go through our documentation, read our Getting Started guide, connect your own accounts, and then get building.